Hey everybody, in this video we're pouring concrete over concrete. So the homeowners wanted a new garage floor here, and they didn't want to go to the expense of jacking the garage up, jackhammering out the concrete floor, repouring a new slab, and lowering the garage back down on the new slab. They got an estimate of about $25K to do that. So the next option was, they call us and they ask us what we could do. And we said, well, your garage floor is in pretty bad shape. Generally, I would want to break it out and pour a new one, but they only wanted to spend about $4,500. So this is the solution we came up with, was pouring a new garage floor right over their old one. And the homeowner said that the garage floor hasn't moved in the 25 years they've been living here. It's been like this. So when, we gave them the estimate to do this, we gave no guarantees. Like, I can't guarantee this new floor won't break and crack right in the same place the old one is. But I will tell you, we've done a lot of these like this. And when you put a mat of rebar in them, when you have the fiber mesh in the concrete with 4,000 PSI concrete, even if that crack does mirror through, it's not going to open up and be anywhere near as bad as the one that's there now. So the homeowners really just wanted a better concrete floor in this garage, and they didn't want to, break the bank by just trying to get a new concrete floor. So the solution was, we'll just raise the floor up 4 inches, give you a really nice concrete floor, put a mat of rebar in it, and you're going to be in a lot better shape. So again, no guarantees on our part. That was the risk that they wanted to take to go along with the amount of money they wanted to spend. Now, they do know that they're going to have to deal with some issues here as far as garage door openings, the 3-foot pass door opening. They're going to have to hire somebody to come in and raise the door heights, which isn't really that big a deal. We've done a ton of these, and it's not that big a deal to raise up the doors a little bit, especially if all you're driving in here is a small compact car. That's going to fit in versus maybe a pickup truck with a rack on it or something like that. That would be a whole different story. But as far as just being able to keep the floor clean, having a better surface to walk on, stuff like that, this was a really good solution, pouring this concrete floor over the existing concrete floor. Now, my rule of thumb is whenever I pour 3 inches or more, so 3, 4, 5, 6 inches of concrete over existing concrete, you don't have to bond it. It's basically like pouring concrete over a really hard, compacted gravel base. I mean, what's the difference? It's very hard concrete, very hard gravel. So no real difference there. Now, if you go thinner than 3 inches, then I do like to put a bonding agent down and then bond the two together. But in this case, we were raising it up 4 inches, putting a slight slope on it from the back towards the front. You can see the homeowner, we snapped a grade. We shot a grade for him, snapped a chalk line, and then he ripped up some plywood and he tacked them on the wall so we could match, the plywood going around the outside. Now, if you've got a garage floor in similar shape, or if you're considering or wondering even if you can pour concrete over concrete, well, you can. When I go look at a job like this, the first thing I talk about with the homeowners is, number one, how long have you been here? Have you owned this? Did you just buy it? What do you know? What's going on with the existing concrete floor? Has it settled? Does it heave in the winter? I ask them all these questions to figure out just why the floor is in that condition to start with, and try to figure out from there if maybe pouring concrete over it is even an option. And if it's really settled, if the cracks have opened up a lot, if the back corners have dipped a lot, maybe an inch or two, and I'll just say, maybe you should consider just breaking this one out and pouring new. This one, yes, it had broken up a lot. I don't know what happened in the past. The homeowner didn't know what happened in the past for it to be in this condition. All they knew was they'd been living here a long time, and they had never noticed it moving one way or the other. It had always been in this condition. So after telling me that, and then me giving them the information that I know based on doing this probably, 100 or 200 times in the past, they decided that, okay, we'll just pour this new floor over the existing one, and we're going to hope for the best. Generally they're just going to have to hope for the best and hope that other floor doesn't move, it doesn't heave, it doesn't settle, and then this thing will be in really good shape if it doesn't move. Actually, you'll never even know. So what they'll do is they'll bring the asphalt driveway up to match this. If you're wondering just how they're gonna consider fixing that out there, that's actually pretty simple. But you can see how we'll pour and we'll finish this basically the same as we pour any other type of concrete floor. We'll power trowel finish this, get it nice and smooth. We'll actually saw cut some joints in this to help the new floor, hopefully prevent the new floor from cracking. And I personally feel like they'll be in pretty good shape, especially looking at what they got. You can see the driveway here. We're not quite to the top of that 2x6. We snapped a chalk line on it. We're probably down an inch and a half on it. So they'll have to either cut out some of this asphalt and then have somebody come in and just kind of blend the asphalt up to the top of the slab, the new slab. And then that'll really probably fix some water problems out here too for them. Make that a lot better. But it's going to be like the floor in here is going to be 100% different. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do you have a garage floor that maybe needs some repair? Does it need a new floor poured over it? Have you considered doing this? Are you wondering if you can do this? I've got a bunch of other videos on my YouTube channel where we've done this before to show you multiple different scenarios. And honestly, I've never got a call back on one of these to say, hey, that didn't work. The cracks opened right back up. The floor failed. In 45 years, I've never got a call back saying that about one of these. So I think that for the most part, they work pretty good. It's just a matter of, figuring out maybe why that happened in the first place. What we're trying to do is we're trying not to make too much of a mess out here on the outside with the concrete. They had a place for us to dump that little bit of excess. The concrete truck's pulled out, and he's going to wash his chutes down. We're going to grab a hose on the side of the house and just kind of wash our tools up using the hose. And then we're going to go from there. So, look, if you've got questions about this, leave them down in the comments. If you want to learn more about how to do this kind of stuff, join the Concrete Underground. There's my personal trainings in there. I have training courses that'll teach you how to do concrete, pour it, finish it, all kinds of different things in the Concrete Underground. Plus you have me in there for insight. We can email back and forth together if you've got questions. Sometimes we can even talk on the phone. But that's basically how you pour concrete over concrete and fix a badly damaged garage floor.